Hey everyone, I'm here with Zach Dominguez here at MWC Wrestling Academy. Zach, you just got back from Nigeria. Can you tell us a little bit about what you were doing down there?
Yeah, so I was brought on last year by UWW to be an educator and help by the Olympic Solidarity Fund to venture out and help new growth for new countries and new coaching for new coaches to get better at how they grow as coaches and then how they can grow their sport within their country. So we were in Nigeria. We taught the level 3 coaching course, myself, Vincent Aka, and Ahmet Madiri, Tanzania, and the other one from France, and then myself from America. We went out there. We had 25 coaches. We taught for 5 days, went through classroom protocols and then wrestling room. So classroom in the morning, wrestling room in the afternoon. So what we taught in the classroom, we would redo in the practical in the wrestling room. Walking everyone from the psychology of the sport to video review to periodization, all the things that level 3 covers, which is all on uww.academy.org. And any of the first 2 levels I think are all online, so you can go check those out if you want. Level 3, 4, and 5 are taught by educators like myself. I leave next month for England to go teach another level 3 course. And then we teach it, and then we actually have the Grand Prix in Great Britain for freestyle. So I think it's their second year they're trying to do this. So they're trying to grow their sport as well, or try to draw on their coaching as well. Nigeria had all their national team coaches, so their national Greco coach, national men's freestyle, national women's freestyle, who all made their level 3 certs. And a couple of them fell short, level 2 and level 1, but that's okay. They've started. Nigeria is it's a wonderful country. Lots of very hospitable and inviting people. Their will to learn and the want to be better is there. They've had Olympic medals, they've had world medals, but they want more, of course, just like everybody else. So that's what we're there to help them do.
So can you tell us what is the importance of the National Coaches Education Program?
So the USA Wrestling NCEP program, National Coaches Education Program, is done by Mike Clayton, who's done a fantastic job. This is what separates USA Wrestling from AAU or New Way or any of those other governing bodies. We want the best development. Not that anybody can't come up with their own development scheme and say that it's not good or bad. Everybody has their own way. But wrestling's a really personal sport. So the better you can get at being a sports parent, right? Coaches sometimes have to be parents. They have to wear different hats. They have to be psychologists. They have to be mentors. They have to be trainers. They have to be managers. Sometimes they have to be CEOs. And the NCEP program helps you with all that. And when you get through your copper, now they have the teal, you have bronze, you have silver, you have gold. You're going to find yourself with better knowledge of how to handle a lot of situations, from safety to high level technique, all the way down to video review, or how to deal with any kind of problems if you're trying to grow your club. It's a very expansive, expansive course, but the knowledge is worth its weight in gold. And there's no AAU and New Way, they don't do things like that. And I know that they're growing programs, so I'm not trying to knock what they're doing, but the best coaches are in USA, and the best coaches are doing NCEP program via USA Wrestling.
So do you think it's valuable for other coaches here in Nebraska to start their own professional development?
That's an easy question for me to answer. Yes. And the reason is, I know a lot of us, let's put it in monetary terms, right? Teachers, educators do this a lot. They go to school, they graduate, they teach for a couple years, and they're like, you know what? If I go get my master's, I can upgrade my pay scale, and then if I get my doctorate, I can do the same thing. Then I can turn into administration, yada 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 yada, all the way up. And those are reasons for dollars. Also, the education turns into a want for knowledge, right? I can tell you this. I know that there's not a dollar reason, but you got to have a want for knowledge. You got to have a want for wisdom. You got to want to have that experience. I don't want to be the only one in Nebraska that's having this experience. I wish we could send 10 coaches to Nigeria, or however it may be, wherever they got to go, be educators. Like Zach Wilcox just left with Camden Russell. He's our 3rd world team coach that's come out of this program with Matt Ryan, Zach, and myself. We've all gone overseas to go coach. And they're both, all 3 of them are silver and above, and we're moving that direction all the time. If you're okay, and then so I'm gonna go on a little bit of a rant. everybody's okay with raising their own child in the sport of wrestling, because every dad can be a coach, and every dad is a great coach. Every mom's a great coach. So it's not owned by dads anymore. So moms can be that coach too. But that's the biggest problem with wrestling, is once your child is done as a parent, you are no longer passing your knowledge on. And you've accumulated tons and tons of knowledge in your lifetime of your children wrestling, more than you would ever believe, that you didn't bring a coach along with you. Or did you give your child to a kid or to a coach, and then you become the assistant coach and help that process and help grow a good training center or a good development group, where you have generation after generation after generation do that. Which I will tell you, there's one state, and it's the state of Iowa. They have generational growth because all their coaches keep coming back. Their graduated athletes keep coming back and coaching back in Iowa. And that next 6-year-old to the 10-year-old is getting regrown by a younger coach who's been mentored by older coaches who have just now probably gotten out of the game, but they brought those guys along, and it's a beautiful circle to watch. And that's what should happen in Nebraska. We're small towns. We have a lot of them. And I know that a lot of people don't want to go back to a small town possibly, but gosh darn it, you can continue to grow and evolve and develop and keep that generational growth going throughout season, from year to year, decade to decade, and create your own dynasties, if you will.
All righty. Well, thank you for your time.
Yep.